AWS Identity and Access Management, IAM, an in-depth guide. In the realm of cloud computing, managing identities and controlling access to resources is of paramount importance for maintaining a secure and well-organized environment. AWS Identity and Access Management, IAM, is a powerful service offered by Amazon Web Services, AWS, that enables organizations to control and manage user access to their AWS resources. In this video, we will delve into the intricacies of AWS IAM, exploring its key features, components, and best practices. Understanding AWS IAM. AWS IAM is a web service that helps you securely control access to AWS resources. It allows you to manage users, groups, and permissions, enabling you to define and enforce fine-grained access policies. IAM serves as the foundation for security in AWS, facilitating the principle of least privilege and ensuring that only authorized entities can access and modify resources. Key concepts. To comprehend AWS IAM fully, it's essential to grasp the core concepts it revolves around. Users. Users are entities with AWS accounts that interact with AWS services. IAM users can be individuals, employees, or applications that need access to AWS resources. Users are associated with security credentials, access key pairs or passwords, and are granted permissions through IAM policies. Groups. Groups are a collection of IAM users. By organizing users into groups, you can assign permissions to multiple users simultaneously, simplifying access management. This approach enhances maintainability and scalability while reducing administrative overhead. Roles. Roles are similar to users but are designed for a different purpose. Instead of being tied to a specific identity, roles are assumed by trusted entities such as AWS services, applications, or external users. Roles allow you to define a set of permissions and delegate access to resources without explicitly sharing security credentials. Policies. Policies in AWS IAM are JSON documents that define permissions. They can be attached to IAM users, groups, and roles, enabling you to control what actions can be performed on which resources. Policies follow a deny by default model, meaning that explicit permissions must be granted for actions to be allowed. Key features of AWS IAM. Granular access control. AWS IAM provides fine-grained control over resource access, allowing you to specify which actions users can perform on which resources. This level of granularity enhances security and compliance by enforcing the principle of least privilege. Multi-factor authentication, MFA. IAM supports MFA, an additional layer of security that requires users to provide 2 or more forms of authentication. By enabling MFA, you can ensure that only authorized individuals can access critical resources. Identity Federation. IAM supports Identity Federation, allowing you to grant temporary access to AWS resources for users who authenticate with external identity providers, IDPs, such as Active Directory, Google, or Facebook. This feature enables seamless integration with existing identity management systems. Identity-based and resource-based policies. IAM policies can be attached to identities, users, groups, roles, or directly to resources, buckets, instances, etc. Identity-based policies define permissions for the entity itself, while resource-based policies control who can access the resource. Best practices for AWS IAM. Principle of least privilege. Adhere to the principle of least privilege by granting only the permissions necessary for users and roles to perform their tasks. Regularly review and update policies to remove any unnecessary permissions. Use IAM roles for services. When granting permissions to AWS services, use IAM roles instead of creating and sharing access keys. IAM roles provide an extra layer of security by eliminating the need to manage and distribute long-term access keys. Enable MFA for IAM users. Enable MFA for IAM users, particularly for those with administrative or privileged access. MFA adds an additional layer of protection against unauthorized access even if the user's password is compromised. Regularly rotate access keys. Rotate access keys for IAM users and AWS service accounts periodically to minimize the risk of unauthorized access. Implement a regular key rotation policy to ensure ongoing security. Monitor IAM activities. Implement logging and monitoring for IAM activities. Enable AWS CloudTrail to track and log API calls made to IAM and other AWS services. Regularly review logs to identify any suspicious activities or potential security breaches. In conclusion, AWS Identity and Access Management (IAM) is a powerful service that enables organizations to maintain control and security over their AWS resources. By understanding the key concepts, features, and best practices of AWS IAM, you can effectively manage user access, enforce least privilege, and maintain a robust security posture in your AWS environment. By leveraging IAM's capabilities, you can ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of your cloud infrastructure. Please do not forget to subscribe to our posts at A to Z of Software Engineering blog. Follow our podcasts and videos available on YouTube, Spotify, and other popular platforms. Have a great reading, viewing, and listening experience.